Hi everyone, welcome to November's Product Spotlight. I'm Andrada and I work in the ACE team here at Attest. Today, I'll be taking you through some of the features that make it easy to run creative tests on our platform. Here in the ACE team, which is short for Attest Customer Expertise, we work with our clients when they're drafting and analyzing surveys to make sure they're gathering consumer insights which they can understand and implement within their organizations. And one of the most popular research projects we help clients with is creative testing. Attest allows your creative tests to be really iterative. And in just a few hours, or at most a couple of days, you can de-risk your next marketing campaign by verifying which creatives will resonate most with your key consumers. There are a few new and some much loved features which make creative testing on Attest easy and actionable. And this is what I'll take you through in today's session. One of the most important features which makes creative testing super simple is the ability to surface your creative assets in the survey you send to respondents. You can add images, video, and audio clips to any question type in your survey. So you can ask your respondents to rank the qualities of the advert or select the single or multiple answer choices you draft, or share their thoughts via open text questions. Whatever questions you have about your creatives, you can add the assets to any question types to make this possible. Alternatively, you can attach an image to a text card, which allows you to give more written context and then follow up with the questions afterwards. You can also add images to the answers in single and multiple choice questions, so you can ask respondents to directly compare creatives and select their favorites in a single question. Another popular option is to include images as answers in grid questions. So you could ask respondents to select one or more images that best represent the statements presented in the grid. Videos can be up to 3 minutes long, and we've covered this in more detail in August's product spotlight on survey optimization. But this is essentially to keep the survey short and engaging for your respondents. Most adverts, trailers, and other videos you might want to test aren't more than 3 minutes anyway. There are two ways you can run creative tests. The first I'll cover is called Sequential Monadic Testing, which essentially just means showing multiple creative assets to one set of respondents and discovering which they prefer. If left in a set order, this can introduce order bias, with respondents preferring a creative because of its position in the survey. You can really easily remove this bias by randomizing the questions that contain the creatives. Or if you have a creative and a series of follow-up questions, grouping those questions together and randomizing between the groups. This is a new feature in the Attest platform. You just add a group in the same way you add a question or text card. And add questions and text cards to the group. Then choose which groups and individual questions you want to randomize in the card list on the left. This removes the order bias from your creative test and means you can keep the results of your sequential monadic test in a single results dashboard. So it's easy for you to find the winning assets. Earlier this year, we've also introduced the ability to pipe the respondent selected answer option into follow-up questions. This comes in handy in creative test if you've presented your creatives as image answers, for example, in a single choice question. You can then pipe the name of the creative they selected into a series of follow-up questions for the respondent without needing to actually create new routes for each creative selected. This means that in the results dashboard, you can quickly and easily use the answer filters to see how responses change based on which creative was selected by the respondent, with all the follow-up responses in a single card, rather than being spread across routes, which you then need to compare. Earlier, I mentioned that sequential monadic testing was just one version of creative tests. The other is called monadic testing, and it involves splitting the respondents into smaller groups and showing each a different creative. The respondents don't get to compare your creatives, but they give their opinions on just one of them. And this frees up space in the survey for you to ask more questions and dig deeper on individual creative assets. This way of testing is also incredibly easy using Attest. You'll need to use the exclude respondent feature in the audience tab of the survey editor. You can search for and select any other surveys run by you or anyone in your Attest organization. Once you hit Save Exclusions, the respondent who answered those surveys won't be invited to participate in your new creative test. And this can be used to eliminate any bias that would occur if the same respondents answered multiple monadic tests, and actually ensures each creative test receives a totally fresh sample. Another key feature here is the ability to easily duplicate your surveys. Once you've drafted one monadic test, you can simply duplicate and edit, then change the creative asset displayed. And as a top tip, I'd recommend changing the internal title too, so you and your team can easily tell the difference between the monadic surveys. If you're new to creative testing, we also have a ready-to-go template which you can use and customize to suit your brand. You can find the template in the template area on our website. This page contains lots of information to help you get started and a link that takes you to a ready-made template in the dashboard. All you need to do is to add in your creative assets and edit the questions to suit your brand, products, and industry. The template is built by some of my teammates in the ACE team who are research experts and have lots of experience helping clients create their first creative tests. But if you'd rather start from scratch, here in the ACE team, we can help you build a creative test in the Attest platform that works for your brand and collects actionable data to answer your key questions. That was a very quick introduction to creative testing at Attest. Our platform is constantly being updated and improved, and the group randomization and piping features are both things we've added in the last couple of months. Whether you would rather run monadic or sequential monadic creative tests, you can do both via Attest, and me and my ACE teammates are here to help you get started. However you choose to survey your consumers, you can work on creative assets iteratively, with most surveys closing within 24 or 48 hours. Attest allows you to quickly surface surveys to gain the confidence that your creative assets will be effective, or pinpoint flaws and weaknesses so that the creatives can be optimized before they go live. Find out what works and, crucially, find out why they work in your market. These learnings let you de-risk your marketing campaigns now and going forward, so you can be consistently improving the creatives you put out in the world. Thanks for watching, and reach out to the team if you need any help getting started with creative testing, or if you want to know more about the new features in the platform. And don't forget, you can go back and watch our previous product spotlight videos on our blog, Help Center, and YouTube channel. We'll be back again next month. Goodbye.